Hello, my name is John, and I'm here to talk to you today about prayer practices. And one of the prayer practices that I do, which is called centering prayer. Now, the type of centering prayer that I do is a type of centering prayer advocated by Thomas Keating, who is a writer on centering prayer, and he is Roman Catholic. And his technique of centering prayer has 4 steps or 4 parts to it. I got into centering prayer after a stroke I had 2 years ago. And the stroke really made me realize how poorly I was looking after my spiritual health. And so I entered into a group that did centering prayer, and now I've incorporated it into my almost daily routine. And it's really helped me connect with God and to sort of still my soul. And something new that's happened is it's also allowed me to connect in a special way with the Holy Spirit and sort of bring that activity of the Spirit into my life so that I can move forward in new ways. So for centering prayer, basically, you don't need much. I have a singing bowl that I use to kind of create a tone for when I'm doing it. I do centering prayer in groups, and I lead centering prayer groups. And the first thing to do in centering prayer is to pick a sacred word. This word can be anything, but the point is that you keep this word to yourself, and you use it when you're doing centering prayer to kind of pull yourself back into that stillness. I know that we all have those little voices that keep at us all the time. When's lunch? How long am I sitting here? Oh, my foot's itchy. And the sacred word kind of pulls us back into a place of sacredness. And so think of a river with a bunch of boats floating past you. And at first you notice all the boats that are floating by, like in a harbor. And as you keep pulling yourself back into the stillness of the place you're at, the boats become fewer and fewer and fewer until finally the last boat drifts away and you're kind of left sitting in the wonderful presence of the river and in the presence of the moment. And so that's what the sacred word does. It sort of pulls us back into a place where we can experience God. Now, second part of centering prayer is to find a comfortable spot. And it is very important that you're comfortable so that you don't get those little distractions. Find a comfortable seat, a comfortable place, the air not too hot or too cold, indoor or outdoor, whatever is best for you. But you find a comfortable spot. And then once you do that, you just sort of sit in stillness and use the centering time to draw you into the moment, and then use your sacred word to kind of pull you closer to God. Now, it's not like Eastern meditation where you use the word as sort of a mantra and focus on the word. The word just sort of gently pulls us back. And then once you sit there, I usually sit for 20 minutes. I start with my singing bowl and let the tone just carry me through. And then once you sit there for 20 minutes, however you choose to time yourself, I use my singing bowl once again to kind of pull me out and sit in the tone. And it's very important that once you're finished with your prayer time, you sit in stillness and sort of come back into the world. I say it's like in a science fiction movie where you have those airlocks between space and the spaceship, and you kind of go in there to equalize yourself. That's what the stillness is after the centering prayer time. And then I usually augment that with a time of active prayer. And this is where the Holy Spirit sort of enters my life, where I think of the things that need to be prayed for, whether it's healing or wisdom, and sort of put it out there and invite the Spirit to come into me so that I may become active in the world. So these are a few steps on how to do centering prayer. You can give it a try and see if you like it. It has changed my life profoundly. The other thing that I haven't mentioned is that it might take a few tries, a few sessions. Those inner voices are very powerful and they can be very distracting, as well as your surroundings can be very distracting. But don't give up. I'm finding that as I do it more, it's easier to get into that place and really dwell with God. So I hope you give it a try. Once again, my name is John. Thank you.